I've been talking about buying a new camera in the last several videos, and if you follow me on Instagram, there's a link right here. I have been teasing you with the results from my new camera. Yes, I bought a new camera. So welcome to Road Reality. If you're new here, I'm usually out on my bike, but today's special. That's why I'm dressed in my fancy clothes, right? And if you've been following the channel any length of time, you know I've gone through a number of cameras. So today I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of how we got to where we are. Then I'm going to show you my new camera and tell you why I bought it and show you some of the results I've gotten with it. So let's dive right in. We start with the venerable action camera. Everything's in focus. It's got great stability. It moves around. You put it on your helmet. It does a great job. It's a tool for a job. And that's all the cameras are. They're a tool for the job. As a motovlogger, you need one of these, right? We probably should use an action camera. They're built for this kind of thing, but there's no background blur or bokeh. And the GoPro just wasn't cutting it. There's no depth of field to a GoPro. It's such a small sensor. Everything's always in focus. And that's the story of the GoPro. They just lose the details, right? You know, I'll say it again. So a couple of years ago, I picked up a ZV-1 non-interchangeable lens because I got analysis paralysis and was like, I don't know which system to buy into. So I liked the Sony form factor and I bought it. And it's a great run and gun camera, but it leaves a little bit to be desired. Look, I put a small rig cage on the Sony ZV-1 to fit my man hands, and it helped. But the menu system's not great. The stability is okay on it. You know, granted, with its 24-70, you're here, right? And you're seeing from here to here. So it's not great. You're not seeing the scenery around me. You're just seeing me. I put it on a selfie stick. You can see some in the background, and that's okay, but you lose some of the stability. So I did some more research, and I bought the Nikon Z30 there. So why did I buy this instead of, say, a Canon? The reviews were very good. Yeah, I watched a lot of reviews. I didn't just go out and purchase it, despite what my wife will tell you. Honey, I didn't just buy it on a whim. I'd already looked at it for months and added it to the shopping cart, removed it, added it, remove it, add it, remove it. Did all that. Watch more reviews. Do more research. I should have done more research. It's a great camera. I film all my talking heads with it. I love using it. The Stabe, not so good. Takes a better photo, not great on the video. Just name of the game. That's what it is. It's got buttons and dials, and it's a lot of fun to use. I enjoy using the Nikon more than the Sony, but the Sony is another tool for a job. So it was time to buy a new camera, and I did well over 100 hours of research, watching, reading, reviews, user experiences, all that stuff. And then I spent a lot of money. And I bought this. Yep, it's a Canon R6 Mark II with the 24-105 F4 USM Lens. It is a hefty bit of kit. It is twice the weight of the Nikon there, but it's twice the camera. Look at it. Where's this? Where's it say? Yeah, right there. It says R6 Mark II. Yeah, this bad boy. $3,100 US of my money went into one body and one lens. Now, why did I pick this camera? I looked at Sony, I looked at Nikon, and I looked at Canon. I liked some of the Canon lenses better. I didn't like that the Sony doesn't have auto gain on the mic. This Sony doesn't have auto gain on the mic, so I always have to adjust the mic level when I go out recording. The GoPros don't have that problem. The Nikon doesn't have that problem. They have auto gain. So does this. Now, stability, right? That's another big one. The Sony and the Nikon, they use digital Stabe. This has IBIS, in-body image stabilization. So when I'm walking along and I'm filming myself and I'm walking, right? The footage is very usable. Oh wait, we can cross. Yeah, let's cross like this. I'm about to get pulled over by the police. Oh my goodness. Oh no, he's gonna stop, sorry. It's absolutely gobsmackingly good. I've been gushing about this in my personal life for a month. I've had it a month, over a month now, and I'm finally getting to talk to you about it. this has changed my outlook on photography and videography. This might be the only camera I have to take with me when I want to do off-bike stuff, because I mentioned earlier I'm a motovlogger, but I like to stop and smell the roses and take pictures of said roses when I stop. And scenery, my bike, people, I like to get all that stuff and capture it. And I like to do it with lots of detail, and this bad boy does that. Absolutely just love it. I went to a physical store, a brick and mortar store, if you will, and I got hands on one of these. And I found that my hands fit this camera very well. I also found that the buttons and the menu system work very well for me. I can't say that for anybody else, but if you've put hands on one of these and you want to buy one, I will leave an affiliate link below. Not that anybody's going to spend $3,100 on a camera, and based on my piddling ass review. And, you know, it would help the channel, though. That would be really cool. Anyway, it has some surprising features that I wasn't really expecting. One of which is pinch to zoom on the flippy screen on the back. Flippy screen on the back, yeah, you can see it better. It's over here. Pinch to zoom. I found this out the other day. So when you're previewing pictures, you can pinch and it zooms in and out and all that, which is really cool. The other thing is, notice here, it's got a viewfinder. I didn't think I would use the viewfinder. I'm so used to taking a camera, flipping open the screen, doing it, and getting it at the angle, and click, 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 taking pictures. Honestly, I flip the switch to on and I go. I mean, it's really slick. The viewfinder is awesome on this thing. And the lens is not cheap. Now, mind you, the body was $2,000. It's on sale from $2,500 to $1,999 US dollars. The lens is $1,300 by itself, but if you buy a kit, you get a discount, yada, yada, yada. The lens produces such 3D pop. Take a look at a picture of my bike. There is a very distinct difference and separation from the bike to the background. And that is what I was looking for. So we have stability, we have a wide field of view, we have this, you know, bokeh, this blurry background that just, I have literally sat at my computer and brought them up on the big monitor and looked at these pictures and video, and just my jaw drops and I'm looking at the pictures I took. It's phenomenal. Something else that I really like is the dials and buttons. They're actually, with like 20 minutes worth of practice sitting here at my desk, I got really used to all the buttons and dials, and I can walk out and willy-nilly take photos and video and get the result I want. So I might be done buying cameras. Don't tell my wife, but this is something else. I've already bought another lens for it. It's up there with the gimbal that I bought for the Nikon. We're going to do some more with the gimbal, because that's a lot of fun. It's a neat toy to use. And the 12 to 28 lens for the Nikon is right there, I think, or there. Either way, it's back there. It produces a different kind of image, but for my everyday, I'm going to ride around, take pictures of my bike and fun things that I see. This is my go-to now. And I'm going to take the lens cover off. Look at that. Oh, doesn't that look nice? That's just like, I could sit here and look at this thing. It's got some dust on it. I should clean that off. I won't do it right now. We're recording a video. So another thing that is important, right, is, like I said earlier, these bad boys, everything's in focus all the time. But something like this, man, sometimes the autofocus is real slow. This bad boy, it's got like a 1.21 gigawatt processor in it. It's not an actual spec, by the way, but the autofocus is fast, and you can set it to AI. It uses some sort of machine learning. It picks out the difference between a motorcycle and a person and a bird. It does vehicles, people, and animals, not in that order, which is interesting because it makes my job easier, because I just kind of point the camera at something and go, click, take a picture, and it gets the thing that I want in focus, which is really cool. And it's really fast about it. And yeah, I have thought about this for a month and just been gushing over it. And I finally took enough pictures, well over 1,000 now, that I feel comfortable in telling you that this, if you've got the money, is one heck of a camera to do off-bike shoots. and I had the bottom up. I don't want the bottom up. I want the top up where all the fancy dials and stuff are. I mean, this thing, you can customize all these buttons to do things. You can customize the dials to do things. The screen and the viewfinder show you what each dial does, which I think is really cool. I try to use the Nikon and I get confused about which dial does what, but not anymore. This bad boy is good. Now, I will say that the unboxing was a little anticlimactic. Take a look. It's just a regular box with some liners in it, and there's nothing really special about it. And I was kind of hoping for something a little more special. But now, it's mine. I bought it. I paid for it. I'm not sponsored. Every other camera on this channel I have paid for as well. So we are going to be doing a lot of comparison videos. I'm going to be taking roughly the same shot with the Nikon that I take with the Canon, and we're going to do some fun stuff. I recorded a bunch of videos while I was out testing this. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of those tests. You're going to want to see it. It's kind of entertaining. I am just super stoked to basically, yeah, you know what? I'm showing off that I am fiscally irresponsible and spent a lot of money. By the way, side story, when I told my wife what this was going to cost me, she said, wait, you're gonna spend $2,000 on a camera that won't take a picture. And I was like, yeah. She goes, how much is the lens? And I told her. She says, so you're gonna spend more than what I spent on my smartphone just to get a lens? And I was like, yep. And with that, if you have any questions about this camera, leave me a comment below. Again, the affiliate links will be in the description below. If you want to help out the channel and spend a lot of your own money, I highly recommend it. This thing is awesome. It's a ton of fun to use, and I couldn't be happier with it. I really couldn't. Like, I kind of had buyer's remorse soon after I bought the Sony and the Nikon, but it's been over a month and I don't regret this purchase at all. So with that, I will leave you with the two mantras and a video to watch. Let's put a video right here. YouTube has picked this one for you. Mantra number one, you have a 100% track record of making it through a bad day. And number two, do something nice for yourself every day. Might not be buying a camera, but it should be. Bye.